Seeing her mother being tortured inhumanely, the young dragons suddenly began their first attempt to breathe fire. The male sorcerer, realizing the danger, quickly stepped back. However, as the young dragons unleashed their flames, he was violently engulfed in dragon fire. In the end, the sorcerer fell to the ground in agony, turning to ash. The intense heat from the flames melted the iron shackles around the dragon's neck. In that moment, Daenerys finally realized the terrifying power of her children. To punish the black fat man who had imprisoned her, Daenerys coldly ordered her followers to lock him in a dark, damp cellar, where he would starve to death in despair. She then left the city with her 3 children, embarking on a new journey. The defiant young dragons grew bigger each day, but as wild creatures, their temperaments began to show little by little. At this moment, Daenerys, the mother of dragons, had acquired the world's most powerful weapon to conquer the 7 kingdoms. After all, a single rare dragon was far stronger than an army of thousands. For the first time, Daenerys gained the confidence to negotiate with the proud nobles. She now not only wanted to be the mother of dragons, but also the liberator of all the slaves on the continent. At that time, the nobles were still arrogant. They arrived for negotiations in their lavish palanquins, dismissing Daenerys and her unsullied army, believing their own allies were stronger. However, when the nobleman reached Daenerys, the 3 young dragons suddenly roared, making him step back in fear. To his shock, the legendary dragons truly existed. This was the power of a dragon's intimidation. The noble's face quickly changed, but he still advised Daenerys not to start a war with him, warning her that throughout history, soldiers who had attempted to attack them had all been killed to the last man. Clearly, the unsullied army was no different. But when Daenerys heard the noble's arrogant words, she suddenly grabbed a piece of meat from the bowl and tossed it forward. Immediately, the 3 young dragons began fighting fiercely over it. Such wild behavior frightened the noble, leaving him utterly confused. In response, he quickly instructed his servants to bring out the gold and silver treasure he had prepared, attempting to buy his way out of an unnecessary war. The slaves who were kneeling on the ground didn't need Daenerys' pity, but after hearing the noble's words, Daenerys' resolve to free the slaves only grew stronger. She demanded that the noble immediately grant freedom to all the slaves within the city, or else she would have her dragons burn every person who refused to obey. Daenerys' harsh and unreasonable words were unlike anything the noble had ever heard before. He couldn't believe that a girl under 18 could speak with such authority. He knew that his city had the continent's most powerful allies, the Sons of the Harpy, and they had never been defeated in history. If Daenerys insisted on war, she would soon become just another sword-wielding ghost.